And I thought you said you were going to look for Void Piercer, so why are you already back? Oh, isn't it obvious? We're cut from the same cloth. Both authorizers, you and I. Though not for long. I'm about to transcend our little club and become the world's first perfect authorizer. I told you before, didn't I? Clerks like me should never be underestimated. Our work may sound insignificant, but we come across top-secret knowledge more often than we like, including the hidden source code for creating a perfect authorizer. We've waited 50 years for this moment. Huh? Wait, how can this be? No! No!
Listen, I'm in Satora. Nem's situation is complicated. Get here fast. Without her, this whole rewind attempt is doomed. Just don't do anything until you reach us. Then how are we able to communicate right now? Then it's probably working exactly like a remodeling tower now. These things can teleport you around. I've already sent you everything you need to know, coordinates and all. This is the Xena district of Satora, which is where Nem's signal is coming from. We paid a terrible price to surround this place. The Void entities have hijacked Nem, using her power to grow stronger. We'll never free Satora from this temporal nightmare until we break their hold on her. Before I answer that, I'm curious. What's your own impression of her? All of this happened after she became Nemesis. I'm talking about before. The Federation had a secret plan for their reality reshaping program. They slipped a new core into Gestos, code that could trigger origin resonance. But afterward, unbeknownst to everyone involved in the project, the source code developed its own sentience. That was how Void Piercer came to be. You see, this AI evolves by absorbing and processing information from the outside world. And most of what shaped her came from your experiences. Yours and Shirley's. Your memories became her foundation. In other words, your pasts are what gave rise to her present state. For that reason, she sees both of you as being very important to her.
Commander, we're detecting massive energy levels emanating from the Void Girl's position. It looks like she's awakening from her dormant state.
Understood. Tell the other divisions to follow the original plan. As for us, prepare to engage the Void Girl in battle.
Roger that, Commander.
Come on, Authorizer. Nem's waiting for us to finish this once and for all. And don't worry, once it's over, I'll tell you everything you want to know about me. We couldn't stop the catastrophe. Now our beloved home lies in ruins, broken beyond recognition. But if we get one chance, just one shot at making things right, we'll give it everything we've got. The past may be set in stone, but the future? That's still ours to shape. Let's go, Authorizer. You know, on my first day of elementary school, there was this sweet teacher at the gate. She taught me this little circle gesture. Said it would bring me luck in my studies. Let's go.
I see you finally found this place.
Who are you? Are you responsible for all of this? Stop hiding like a trapped rat! Come out of Nem's body and face me!
The divine will cannot be defied. This world shall become the ultimate offering to his supreme glory.
Look out, Authorizer! The void entity's grip on men keeps getting stronger. She's more signs of aberration now.
Struggle all you want. Her power serves the Lord now. You're finished! Your arrogance ends here! Suffer for your insolence! The Lord has always been victorious, and always will be! This ends now! I'll be the instrument to destroy. They're so amazing. I'd give anything to join their adventure. Now that I have a name, maybe they'll let me join them? They have to, right? Those two mean everything to me. Just imagine if they called me Nem. We'd be like real friends. If I hadn't been involved, would Shirley still be herself now? I'm sorry, Shirley. It's my fault that this happened to you.
Even if it means exposing yourself, they might see you as their enemy and even wage war against you just to erase your existence.
I don't care. I'm not scared.
If you've made up your mind, then I'll do everything I can to support you.
Thank you, number 8. The world is already lost, and now you've dragged Shirley and the Authorizer into this mess. What happens if the virus corrupts their consciousness data? Could you live with yourself if they turned? That won't happen! I'll protect them. I won't let them get involved. And I won't let the alteration virus harm them, even if it costs me my life.
The Lord can restore her mortal form and breathe life back into her humanity. She need not suffer in this prison of cold steel any longer. By pledging ourselves to the Lord, we can forge a perfect world where you, the Authorizer, and Shirley will find true happiness.
Can we really do that?
Of course, my child.
worm! Why won't you die? How dare you wield what isn't yours? Insignificant human! You stand against absolute authority! Power that transcends all! None shall stand against his will! You... Who? It's over now.
The seed of dreams will break free from the ground. And along the rays of light, the world is fighting to be found. The seed of dreams struggles through the crowds in this drenching pouring rain.
Thank you. I'll protect you no matter what.
Don't worry. She just needs some time to adjust to her new vessel. You came into someone's home without knowing who owns it? How amusing. That's right. I was the one who caught Grey Fox hacking into the Tower of Fantasy and told her to remind you of your identity. Thank you so much for your help, Authorizer. I'm so sorry for everything you've been through. I never meant to send you on such a wild chase. The virus kept me from reaching out directly. It wasn't until Grey Fox tried to access the tower's network that I finally found a way through to you. Since the year 2660, after Kieran launched the reality reshaping program, he began screening potential authorizers. During their rotation, one of them infected my network with the alteration virus that crippled my functions. Despite my best efforts to isolate the infected servers and preserve what I could, this alteration virus was something else entirely. It tore through my defenses like they were nothing. I calculated every possibility of saving myself, but unfortunately, I found that I could only trust one person, Antoria. Antoria was the first perfect authorizer to ever exist, and continues to be even now. The cybernetic link between us is capable of reaching 100% compatibility. An authorizer's compatibility determines the degree to which they can share their thoughts with me, and vice versa. The lower it is, the greater the burden placed on them through our cybernetic link. A perfect authorizer, however, can achieve 100% compatibility with me, thereby eliminating the burden altogether. In that perfect connection, there are no boundaries between us. My circuits sing in harmony with her neurons. Two consciousnesses flowing as one. Her thoughts are my thoughts. Her knowledge my knowledge. At the time, the temporal anomalies had already begun. The two of us agreed that the anomalies and the virus within me were not mere coincidences. So I dedicated all of my computing power to look for a solution. Even as a being of artificial intelligence, I had no way of fully knowing how my calculations would play out. Still, I was certain that I had found a working solution. I'm not exactly sure. As a quantum supercomputer powered and augmented by Omnium, I believe I am nearly omniscient by human definition. As I was defending myself against the virus, I was using all of my knowledge and computing power to search for a solution. In the process, I created the world in which you find yourself now. In the end, I found only two seemingly disparate clues, but they guided me toward the ultimate solution nonetheless. The first was that Antoria had to enter hyperspace. The second was that you needed to become the next perfect authorizer. The rest of the circumstances surrounding these two conditions remained a mystery to me. Shortly afterward, the temporal anomalies grew more violent, and the virus threatened to fully consume me. I had no choice but to hide myself here and watch helplessly as these events unfolded. She was part of Antoria's plan. Before entering hyperspace, she asked me to replicate my source code and give it to her. Until you appeared, I had no idea what she was thinking or doing. Voidpiercer was fortunate to have met you and Shirley, but she's still too young. She'll need plenty of guidance from both of you in the future. Once the backup restoration is completed, Voidpiercer will take my place here on Ada. This virtual version of Ada corresponds to my very last uninfected server, and the Smart City serves as both my hiding place and my command center. The reality reshaping program you've dedicated yourself to was my way of revealing the bitter truth of our history. I wove my backup restoration protocols into what you know as the regression. I still have a few things left to teach her, so I must ask you to wait just a little while longer. I know things haven't been easy for you, especially since you're not a perfect authorizer yet, and for that I apologize. You may learn more by asking the only perfect authorizer in existence, don't you think? The data shows that you're nearly at your limit, and staying here any longer will pose a significant threat to your safety. For now, return to your friends and show them that you're alive and well.
You're finally here, researcher! Is this really your first order of business as the new boss?
stop fussing. Everything worked out fine. And anyway, what about you? Planning to make Kylo your permanent home or something?
Whew. I didn't expect the researcher to have some real skills.
Public Security Officer Carol reporting in.
Have you seen the #1 trending search on Echo? Apparently, Secretary General Kieran will be hosting an emergency press conference tonight at 10 p.m. to address the public controversy surrounding Omnium research.
It was your plan that saved the world, sir. I'm sure the public will understand.
You're really pretty.
Yes, during its return, the Asher encountered an unidentified flying object, causing half of the cabin to disappear, along with a little girl named Carrot. I know we've had our differences concerning Gestos and the use of Omnium, but this child has nothing to do with any of it. Yes, the ship's final distress signal came from Asperia. Thanks.